Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us here for this pre-semi 2 pre-show stream for Eurovision 2024. I'm, of course, Lily Love Stuff, and we'll be having some other people join us here shortly. There's going to be some faces you recognize. So let's go ahead and kick things off by introducing who will be joining me on this stream. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to start off by bringing up Dude Points. So, hello, how are you today?
I am exhausted, but I am thrilled to be here and so excited about semifinal 2. So, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. And, before we kind of bring in some more people, I just have a question. Who are you sad to see go from Semi 1?
I know that other people will mention other people, so I'm going to choose the person I'm saddest to see go, and that is Queen Hera Bjork. I really wanted her to bring her wine ant energy to the Eurovision final stage. Look, her song is not complicated. I don't care. I just want 3 minutes of empty-headed fun to just sing along and enjoy and be in the moment. And that's what Hera Bjork would have brought in a fabulous gold jumpsuit.
Oh, yeah. So she's an icon for a reason amongst us. So I am also, sad to see her go. And we're going to also bring up some more people here. I have here Kostas and Maria from ESC Norway joining us as well. How are you today?
Hi, how are you?
We're fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. So who were you guys kind of the saddest to see go in Semi 1?
Should we say it? We count to 3?
Yeah, we can do that.
3, 2, 1. Australia. Oh, I thought it never worked for us.
So I think I heard Moldova and Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think Moldova is super underrated. The way that the whole scene as the show came together was just spectacular. I loved the visuals, and I think the vocals were just so on point, and got the whole crowd working with her. So yeah, that was it. I think it should have gone to the final. I do.
Yeah. And it was good that in the semi-final she was right in the middle this time, because in the rehearsals she wasn't.
True.
Yeah, there's blocks, right? And I know I'm sad to see Australia go there, Costa.
I know. They brought their culture, and it was lovely, and their instruments, and this energy and the song. I vibed with this song from the first moment, and I was so sad to see them go.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who shows up next time from Australia decides that same year. We'll see, what artists we get next. Fingers crossed. All right. And I am going to bring up our last person joining us for now, which is Oliver Adams. So hello there, Oliver. How are you?
Hello. I'm so good. Thank you for having me. It's been a long time since I've done one of these Eurovision streams. So I'm great. Having a good time.
Well, we're very happy to get you back in the swing of things here. So who did you miss them, or who are you going to miss the most from Semi 1?
My answer has already been taken that it is Australia. I am gutted for that, but it just wasn't good enough to go through. But shaking things up, I'm going to say Poland.
Okay.
I don't think it. I'm sad to see it go in the sense that I think Luna is an incredible person, and I think that she was so joyous. And even when you were watching her in the green room, and she was like, "Please, please, please," you could just tell that she really wanted it. So I think that's the most heartbreaking when you see that they really want it, and then it doesn't happen for them. So gutted for Poland, gutted for Luna, but I think mostly it is the right lineup for the qualifiers, let's say.
All right. So yeah, I mean, totally. It was very camp, and I always appreciate having camp there. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into talking about. We're going to pivot now over to discussing the second semifinal. So who do you guys think is going to wow folks the most on the stage for semifinal 2? Who wants to start?
Sorry, what was the question? Sorry, I missed
Who do you think is going to wow people the most when it comes to semifinal 2?
I think we can do this one together.
Yes, we can do this one together. Can we do it?
Okay. 1, 3, 2, 1.
Switzerland.
For sure.
Switzerland? Okay. Oh, yeah. No, that's a fantastic performance there. And who else? Who wants to go next for who they think is going to wow people?
I just want to Can I just say, we just had a chat message, dude. I think your microphone, there's quite a bit of background noise. Oh, you got it. Cool. We're cool. Netherlands. I mean, isn't that the way to close the show? I'm going to keep an eye on the chat and see what other people are saying as well, because Switzerland, Netherlands, come on, surely.
Yeah, they're both fantastic. You want to go next, dude?
France. I will just say France. They've really upped their game. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the biggest fan of France in studio, but live chills, like literally chills. Like it's just so. It's a wow moment for me too, vocally. I think my biggest one is definitely going to be Malta. I feel like the dance break we're getting from Malta is one of the strongest ones we have of the season, period. Like, she can move, she can sing, she sounds great the whole time. I really think that Malta is bringing their A game with Sarah and her performance there.
I hope they break their non-qualification streak. I think they really deserve it this year. They need to be in the final. And also, as the show openers, like, I think Malta blows Cyprus out of the water, no question. Personally. But let's see.
Agreed.
Let's see. I hope she qualifies.
Like, yeah, you guys are going to be absolutely amazed when you see what Malta is doing on stage there. And we have someone else who's going to be joining us here in a second. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, and I'll bring you on up. So here we go. I'm going to bring in Alicia Michelle now to join us.
Oh my goodness. Hello.
So we were just discussing. Oh, sorry.
No. I'm so excited and hyped for what everyone is going to be experiencing tonight. Period. Because I was just in the arena and I'm like, okay, this is going to be an amazing show. And crazy tonight.
Yes.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
So who do you think is going to wow people the most?
Okay, who's going to wow people the most tonight? I mean, it's hard, but I think like my mind instantly goes to the countries that I think everyone's thinking won't like actually qualify tonight, because it's such like a legitimately strong semifinal. And I'm thinking like if we're talking about countries that I think a lot of people aren't thinking are going to qualify tonight, and maybe y'all already talked about it, but like, can we give some love to Malta?
Yes, I said Malta myself.
Can we give some love to Malta? Because I'm like, my hope is Slovenia leading up to Eurovision this year and the first semifinal. People were thinking that Slovenia wasn't going to qualify. I wanted Slovenia to qualify, but me wanting something is very different from what's actually going to occur. And I mean, Malta, Sarah Bonici, I think she did everything on the stage that would create a situation where she would, in fact, qualify.
Yeah, it's a strong performance for sure.
The thing I love about Sarah Bonici's performance is that you have a dance break, and just at the point when I'm saying this is the Eurovision Song Contest, not the Eurovision Dance Contest, she goes into an amazing vocal moment. It is the total package from her.
It's completely the total package. And I don't know if we've already done this, but I think it's really helpful for people to recognize the fact that even brought all of us together today to like talk about all of this stuff. And it might feel silly, but we're doing it. And so I'm going to be the person who's here. All right, this is your moment. Now we're coming here together. Tonight is really important. And I think us as Eurovision creators, like we love Eurovision. We believe in the community. And this is your moment to go online if you haven't already. And we do have like a donation appeal that's like here. If you're watching this on YouTube, you already see it. This is your opportunity to open up your pockets and give, because there literally is something that's happening right now in the world. And I know we love to come together and talk about music and talk about dancing and talk about songs and all of these things that some people might look at us and go, that's crazy that you're talking about this right now. But the thing is, this is the world that we live in, and we love Eurovision, and we want to kind of take a moment to come together and do something bigger than us, way bigger than us. So if you haven't already, please donate now. Go to ESCfans.giving. I think that's a pretty easy link. I don't know. Am I crazy, y'all? Is that feeling complicated? Do I need to do something else?
You've done very well. It's very easy. People can remember it.
Yes.
They can.
Yes.
So please, this is your moment to go to ESCfans.giving and go and give. Okay, I have a question for y'all. So who was in the press room today and saw something? Because I didn't see the show last night. So I just want to say, of the big 5 acts that are performing tonight, so we have France, we have Spain, and then we have Italy. Who do you think is actually going to do some things tonight? I want to know who's going to do some things tonight.
It's France. France, because we've all seen France do the mic trick, but they are ramping it up. And let me put it to you this way. France is they're adding intimacy to the performance. It is the most sensual thing I have seen on the stage this Eurovision year. And that is saying a lot when we have butts a-poppin' everywhere.
True.
Yeah. It's very hard between Italy and Spain, in my opinion, because they're so different, and I love them both. But I feel like if the crowd is really, the feedback between the crowd and Nebulosa, if that is really hitting, I think we can have a huge moment with Spain tonight.
And then I will take the other one and I will say Italy.
Yeah.
I love the song from the first moment, and I love the aesthetics on the stage. Yes.
Yeah.
Full stop.
I'll be the diplomat and say they're all going to stand out. I genuinely think they do. Looking at this lineup, though, first of all, really glad the Big 5 finally get the chance to perform properly in the semis. That's such a good change. But also, looking at Italy, Spain, and France in this lineup, they do really stand out where they've been slotted into the running order. So they've all got that moment to shine. However, I do have money on France to come top 4. So I'm also going to say France. I think France is going to do really well. And I'm excited about some intimacy. That's going to go down very well.
Okay, I'm living in a world where I'm like, okay, it's intimate. Like, I'm fine with living in a world of France's trick being intimate. I don't know how intimate it actually is, but we're going to have fun right now. And for everyone who's tuning in right now, I mean, we said that there were going to be games. And so I really want there to be games. So let's see what we're working with right now. Hold on. I don't even know where my child is, but she's screaming right now. I don't know if she's screaming, but you can hear it, right? I'm like, what are you doing? We're living in a life of joy. I feel like, because it's Eurovision. And I would say watching it, because dude, you have been in the arena heavy. And I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to be like, okay, you were there. But we want to play some games. Okay?
Good morning, Australia. It's your girls, Novimpia here.
Yes, hello, I'm Nova.
And I'm Olympia. We are just some Eurovision YouTubers / sometimes dressed like ladies.
First of all, we're so excited to be here. I hope everybody's having a great time. We thought it'd be fun to play a little game with you guys and with ourselves right now. What are we calling this game?
Or translate. Or we're not calling it the well-prepared game.
The rules of the game are this. We're going to take it in turns to read a few lines from some of the songs from this year's Eurovision Song Contest.
2024.
But these songs will originally have been non-English songs, and we have translated them into English, and we're going to guess.
Not well. They're not well translated songs.
We're going to see if we can guess which songs are which.
Oh God. Okay. What Eurovision 2024 song contains these badly translated lyrics? You're gonna be able to jump all night. Come on and give me a reason to want to change those voices. You know, some lie and some don't.
You know, I actually know this one.
No, you don't. As if you're going to get this. You've cheated.
Is this 11:11?
She's
San Marino?
cheated. Yeah, it is.
I just know it. I just know it. This one I think is an easy one. We'll start with an easy one. Tell me the place, I'll wait for you. And if you don't come, I'll wait for you. I know it's silly, but that's what I'll do. Filled with hope, I'll wait for you. You don't know?
I've got no idea. This is going to be so embarrassing.
I thought that was quite an easy one.
Lithuania?
No, wrong. It was Mon Amour by Slaman.
Shut up. Say it to
That's
me again.
the bridge.
Grow up. I'm not listening to what he's saying. I'm just looking at him and his face.
Okay, I'm going to stop your turn.
Okay, what is this now? Long strides, stuck in the starting line. I want to let go of what left me wounded. I ask the mother star to make the day rise again.
Is that Ulverham?
Oh, no, but I can see why you would think that.
The only other thing I could think of, potentially, is that Moldova's song.
No, because Moldova's song, Nova, is in English. Oh, that was Grito, Yolanda, Portugal.
Okay.
Yeah. Not doing well, are we?
Well, I've got one.
You've got one. Okay, I'm going to get this.
All we can do is laugh on these burnt-up nights. A crown of thorns will be the dress code for my party.
What? A crown of thorns? No. Is it Ukraine?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was La Noia.
No, it's not, actually. I think you'll find that one's wrong. I think we'll just check that. I need to get this last one now. If you get this, you've won.
Yeah.
But I am a free girl. I will dance and you will watch. Come and join me no matter what they say.
This is Jacko.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. To not remember the hours when I was about to go crazy. Let me not remember you didn't believe karma was real.
Jojo Siwa, karma's a bitch.
No.
Oh, is it Serbia?
No.
Oh, hell damn fuck.
It's Zari.
No, I think that was actually Serbia. Oh no. Well, listen, there you go. How many did you get?
Yeah.
Disastrous. But thank you for having us.
Am I the winner?
You're the winner in this. You're not a winner in general.
Don't forget to click on the donation links available. I believe it's ESCfans.giving, and find the fantastic charities that we are supporting for tonight. But thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
That's signing out. Okay, bye.
I mean, well, that was fun. Okay, so I think the next thing that's like probably the most important thing that we could be talking about, because when we talk about Eurovision, we're talking about the stage, the technology. Who do you all think is utilizing the technology best on the stage? I mean, we have LEDs, we have camera cuts, we have all of this stuff. Who do you think is the act that's utilizing the technology the best?
Are we talking semifinal 2 or in general?
Both. 1, 2. I mean, and now that we have the big five kind of performing at the semifinals, we can kind of speak holistically.
Yeah.
I have it. I will say, I think the UK. And it's because how they are using the visuals and the camera work and the editing in these terms, I would say, you know, like how it's presented on the screen. That's what I think. Who impressed me as technology.
I think San Marino with Megara is doing a great job with the visuals and the whole, yeah. So that was very immersive. I really liked it.
I would completely agree with San Marino because I was not so much a fan before I saw the staging, but the staging absolutely made it for me. And every 30 seconds, something new is happening, but it's not overly busy like Poland's staging was. So San Marino is the winner for me.
I'm going to have to echo the UK because, and again, biased because if you didn't know, that is where I'm from. But yeah, it looks so difficult to pull off. I don't even know how they came up with that concept, but well, maybe I do. But the idea that just the flipping of the cameras and the core strength that the dancers have to have. I know that's not necessarily talking about the stage, but just to have that as an idea and be like, this is how we're going to do, we're going to execute it perfectly. That's very, very, very impressive. And also, hello, come on, we cannot forget. I mean, the camera cuts on Ireland, I think, are some of the best of the whole year. I think they're phenomenal. It's so perfectly timed.
Okay, no.
Oh,
go on.
Go ahead. Go. No, I was going to go to another country, so go ahead.
Well, no, for me, I'm like, if I'm thinking like usage of the technology, I gotta give props to the UK. But I also feel there's a little bit of a level of what Ireland's doing is it's not so much like utilizing the technology that we've seen before. I think the UK, when we talk about actually doing something that feels really innovative, I do think the UK is doing something innovative. But I also feel like what Ireland is doing is something that has always been available to some of these delegations that they just simply have not utilized. So I want to celebrate the fact that Bambi is taking advantage of the free technology that has been available to not just them, but several different acts for years that they just clearly either haven't had the level of creativity to figure out how to utilize to the best, figure out how to use to the fullest. And it's just like, oh, I can do that. Like, oh, I can do that too. And I can do it for free. I'm going to do it too. So I'm going to put my hat on Ireland right now, but I do think for those of us in the bubble who like watch Eurovision all the time, we're used to these people putting out like press releases of like, oh, it's so cool. Oh, we're doing something innovative. And then we watch it and it's like, it ain't that innovative. Okay. Like this ain't something I ain't ever seen before. And then like taking advantage of that. So I would say like Ireland's getting it, but I do think the UK actually is giving something we haven't seen before on the Eurovision stage and sort of doing it to the fullest. I don't know. Okay, dude.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the UK is pulling a Sweden from last year and bringing their own props. So I don't necessarily think they're utilizing technology. They're kind of bringing their own technology. But in terms of utilizing the technology on the stage, Sweden is utilizing the technology with Unforgettable. And within the bubble, we may have forgotten about that because we've all seen the staging since Melfest and it's kind of familiar to us. But wow, when you see it live, it just looks so good. So people who are seeing it for the first time are going to be super impressed.
Okay, I feel that. All right, so we got the big five. And for those of us who have seen the runs, okay, now it's time. I don't know. I'm going to put you on the spot. Who out of the big five plus Sweden do you think is going to finish the best at Eurovision this year? Who's going to come out on top? And maybe because I'm asking the question, I have to like put myself out there. And I'm going to say of the big five, and maybe this isn't that controversial, I'm going to live in the world because like my heart wants to say, actually, my head wants to say Italy. My heart actually wants to say France might finish the best out of the jury. Not cumulative, but like jury score. What are y'all thinking?
I think yes, but in general, like I see why France, out of all of the big five plus Sweden, is gonna be like the jury favorite. But as a total with public vote, my head, as you said, says Italy, but then I can do the math for the UK as well.
Okay.
My head is France. Oh, sorry. My head is France. My heart is Spain.
Same. But it's so risky also. It's so risky, the France performance. It's like, if he really nails it, it can be like top 3. If it goes wrong and he has a bad day for some reason, or his nerves is not like 100% there, it might fall through. So that's the biggest risk of them, I think. My heart says Spain, my head says Italy. It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Alicia and say head says Italy, heart says France. But I actually think we're going to get something that has happened very similarly over the past few years, where we get a couple of big five nations at the very top 5, and then big five nations at the bottom 5 as well. And oh my God, I mean, I'd love to see them all on the left-hand side one day. I don't think this is the year, but maybe, I mean, there's potential. France, UK, Italy, and Sweden are all going to be on that left-hand side, which would be really cool, actually, because I don't think that's happened for a long time, and to have so many big five nations up there. So yeah, looking forward to it. Don't sleep on Marcus and Martinez as well, because they have such a huge following in Scandinavia. And I know that this maybe isn't Sweden's finest hour in terms of Eurovision entries, because it was never going to be the year after winning. But it's going to do well. It's going to rack up jury points, and it's definitely going to get 12 points from Norway.
I'm having a hard time with Sweden this year. I feel like there are other years that I would have just been like, oh, like, you know, Sweden's going to be one of those like anomaly host countries that just like comes top 5 or something like that. But this is not 2016. This is not 2016. And this year's so competitive that I'm like, to think that Marcus and Martinez, with like virtually no buzz within the bubble, and that's no shade to them. It's just, you know, the reality where, what, 5 people? We can't dictate what's happening in the entire bubble. So who cares what we think? But I do sort of feel like there's a little bit of a level when it comes to Marcus and Martinez where I'm kind of like, oh, I could have been thinking about them coming top 5. But given the competition this year, I'm living in a world where I can see Portugal actually winning the jury right now, which, you know, would feel like a surprise, but would be absolutely a deserving surprise if we're looking at the landscape this year. I'm living in a world where, like, Italy could win the jury. Easy. Like, it's current, it's fresh, it's modern. What's happening on the stage, I think, isn't that divisive for us in the bubble who love the song. We're just like, oh, it's so good. And then we see like controversial styling, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, it's out. It's just not going to happen. And it's like, no, but this feels like current. It feels fresh. It feels like something that actually makes sense. I think Switzerland, obviously, like I've been long in the streets when everyone, because let's be real, we got France early. France was like an early song that we got this year. And so I'm kind of like, you know, when it came out, everyone's just like, oh, jury bait. The juries are just going to shower. And I'm like, let's just see. And that's no shade to Sloan, like, or Slimane. That's no shade to him. It's just kind of like, well, we got it early. Like, no one's saying it's bad, but like, let's see. And I think going down the line, Switzerland, I think Switzerland could still win the jury. And I don't just say that because Switzerland won the jury in 2022. And the fact that we've got Switzerland again. I mean, if you really think of what John's Tears did, and if you're thinking about Barbara Pravi, it's like what Slimane is doing is very Barbara Pravi, except Barbara Pravi was like 5, 6, 7, 10 miles ahead of this. Ooh, dude, come on, get in.
No. What Slimane was doing during the pre-parties was Barbara Pravi. What Slimane is doing now is taking us on a date. When I
We're
say
going on a
intimate,
date. Ooh.
I mean intimate.
Well, I'm just saying, so dude, wait, we're going to have to fight because I thought Slimane was taking me on a date. Okay. And I thought we were going on a date in January, but it's now May. Are you all going on a date and I'm kicked out? I mean, oh wait, Costas. Oh wait, you're going on the date. Are you going on the date?
Yes, but we're gonna be 3. It's gonna be me, Slimane, and Musti as well. We're gonna be 3.
Let me put it this way. Slimane is going to have to pay a lot of child support in about 9 months because everyone in Europe is getting pregnant from this performance. It is hot.
Look, it's spicy. It's hot. So MC5 says Johns and Barbara are better. And I'm going to be real with y'all. As much as my man is Slimane, and if anyone was close enough to being my Eurovision 2024 boyfriend, it was probably going to be Slimane. But I'll tell you, we're not going on anyone's date, okay, together. So you all can have him if you want him. You all can have. I'm giving him up, so you can have him.
I feel like it should make it clear. I don't like the song. It is not my favorite song. But then I saw the performance and I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? Like Europapa is going to be my song from this semifinal. But France completely shocked me with what they did in this semifinal.
Oh, wait, Costis? You saw it. I mean, I'll be real. I was in the arena and I was like, okay, finally, here's my moment to experience him, my, potential boyfriend. And I was like, this was cute. It was nice, but you can have the rest of the girls. And honestly, he'd probably look at me and go, yeah, I'd rather have them too. And I was just like, that's really cute, but you might want to be like, sashaying over here next to me because, I mean, I think I'm a catch.
You definitely are. You definitely are a catch. You are. I second that.
But I actually asked a question though, because I mean, it is like, who of the big 5 do you think is going to do the best? And I think a lot of people were hedging their bets on the trick that Slimane is doing. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, in the arena, the EBU SF2 team is doing him no favors, okay? Because when he steps back from the mic, it sounds like he stepped back from the mic. Okay, and the whole point of it is to make it like I step back from the mic, but I'm at the same volume with which I had when I was on the mic. So, SV2, y'all don't want to go to France? You don't want to go there? That's what it's giving. It's giving that you don't want to be in France. And to be fair, I would love to go to France. Je parle français. J'étudie français pour 3 ans. Mais I would love to go. But why would I go and speak French in France when I could go to Switzerland? And I just want to throw to folks, hey, if you just tuned into this live stream, welcome. You've got Dupont. You need to be following them on Twitter. You need to be going to the blog. Jojo, did you enjoy the show today?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
Who was your favorite act?
My favorite act is Dunking Dun.
Huh?
Dunking Dun.
Oh, you mean rum de dum dum the we will rave. Okay, so Austria, you got a fan right here. And if you are a fan of Austria, you need to pick up the phone and vote or hop on somebody's internet tonight because the vocal was not vocaling. Okay, the next question is, I mean, some of us are actually on the ground here in Europe. So, what's your experience like? And I'm going to throw it to Kostis and Maria from ESC Norway and honestly, maybe Maria, I'm going to kick it to you because you're basically down the street. How do you feel that Malmö is hosting this year?
I'm very happy about it, of course. It is something special. I've only been to Eurovision before in Norway, so now I can compare it. But yeah, I'm super stoked to be here. I think they've done a great job. I love the stage. And I also want to say that, being from Scandinavia, we love minimalism and from the staging, and also we love good design. So when you see a very good Scandinavian design element, it is simple, but it's so effective. It's so much bigger than itself. And I feel like this year, Switzerland and Greece are bringing that element onto the stage. It's not many props, but it's so perfectly done that, that should get an honorable mention, basically.
Oh, I love it. Hold on. Jojo wants to watch Pets, and I'm winning 2 points. Because you've been to so many Eurovisions. Like, how is this one stacking up? And maybe not stacking up in a completely, comparative way, but just for the people, brass tacks on paper, what are the contrasts that people who have maybe experienced previous Eurovisions would see coming to this one?
It's really hard because I think I'm loving this Eurovision. It's a special Eurovision for me musically because there are so few kind of dud songs, as it were. I don't have many skips on the playlist for this one. So for example, I went to go see the semifinal one show twice because I was so excited to see in the arena. I bought tickets to go see it twice because I was so excited to see a lot of the acts there, and I think it's really special for me for that particular reason. Yeah, I just love so much of the music that's coming out, and that included a lot of the interval acts. Seeing Benjamin and Grosso absolutely burn up the stage, phenomenal. It's musically best Eurovision yet.
Okay, Oliver, I mean, you are like Liverpudlian? Did I do it right?
Close enough. Yeah, Liverpudlian. Yeah.
Liverpudlian. So last year, y'all had the torch. You had to pass it over to Malmö, basically. What are the contrasts that people might experience for both?
I actually think Malmö is a really similar city to Liverpool. I was in Malmö for Lorene's heat of Melfest last year. And I've been there for like a work trip and things. And I mean, I'm not there on the ground right now. But yeah, it's a really similar vibe because it's kind of coastal. There's like this big industrial space. And yeah, it's a really cool city. I'm seeing pictures though comparing the Eurovision Village a lot, and I'm seeing people comment on it as well. The Eurovision Village stage in Malmö, I'm sorry, Liverpool blew them out of the water. Like the Eurovillage stage in Liverpool looked so great, and I think Malmö comparatively, yeah, Maria put it well saying minimalist, because I know a lot of Scandinavian design is like that. But for a stage, I want to see it huge, and I think Liverpool maybe did a better job of that for the events around the city. I know that there's some things kind of clouding a lot of those events, which we can talk about, but we want to keep it light right now. So I know that that's kind of had a bit of an effect on it, but I do think that Liverpool will be known for a long time as Eurovision City, and I would love to have it back here one day, which I don't think is too far out there of a possibility.
Okay, Oliver, though, if the UK wins, we want to be back in Manchester. Okay, that was just my personal appeal. What do I know? I don't know anything. I mean, we could do London.
No, we're not doing London. No.
Well,
I live in London. Let's do it in London, please. I don't want to
London, London, London.
I will host you all. I will host you all.
we're all going to be rolling out rucksacks at Costis's apartment that is a studio. It's a studio apartment. I mean, I don't know. But it's a studio apartment. So Costis does not have enough space for all of it. And the unfortunate thing is the second bedroom I'm taking. It's already claimed. So you all have to fight over the couch and the floor. And the floor, basically, the floor not in my room. Okay. But I don't want to mince words. The reason why we really are all here today and particularly today is we all have come together as creators, and this is your moment to give. If you have money to vote at Eurovision, you definitely have money to throw some dollars towards a good cause. We all know the environment that we're living in right now. We all know what's happening in the world at this moment, and this is your opportunity to take a moment. We all kind of came together as creators and sort of did like a little bit of a space. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be really, really easy for you to give. You can kind of just look to the, I don't know, is this the right direction? Oh yeah, I'm going the right direction. You can just look over here to the side and just give at that point. But if you're kind of like, I don't know about that charity there, we've broken down and chosen 3 charities that we know are on the ground right now, sort of giving to what's happening in Gaza and really have been organizations that have been on the ground even prior to the conflict escalating at this point. So this is your opportunity to give. And we love Eurovision. I think Eurovision offers us an amazing opportunity to have escapism and talk about things that are positive. And I don't know about y'all, but I can multitask. I can talk about Eurovision and care about these things. There's like space in my brain. I think I'm smart enough for that. I don't know about y'all. I think I'm smart enough for that I can give space to things that bring me joy and bring me happiness, and also give space to crises and things that we need to care about as a community, and as a community that cares about peace and love. And to me, that's not fluffy. That's not about a million voices. But together we can kind of come together and be a million voices and actually do something that enacts change. And so I kind of want to pivot a little bit. Not a hard pivot, because I want to look at what y'all have been talking about in the comments, because there's so many people, and I mean, I'm not a Eurovision expert. I kind of am. But I'm sat here with people who know way more than me. And so I want to give a little bit of space to you all. And so we're going to take an eye and look to the comments right now in this moment. So William is saying we'll be in Ireland next year, so you can visit Manchester after. Look, I wanted to be in Manchester last year, and quiet as it's kept. No shade to Liverpool, Oliver. I'm so sorry. But I was pulling for Manchester. Oliver, tell us what happened. Why didn't we end up in Manchester last year? What did Liverpool do that Manchester didn't? Because the flight would have been way easier for me, and I had way more Airbnbs lined up there. So why did I not get to go to Eurovision last year? Just tell me.
Manchester is next on the list. I promise you, it has to be. Sorry, London, you get too much already. I think the problem with Manchester was there is an arena in Manchester, very famously in the UK right now, that is being built and keeps getting concerts cancelled. So Olivia Rodrigo had her show cancelled there. And I think that the problem was that all of that work was scheduled to be completed after Eurovision. And even now, 12 months later, it is still not done. So they didn't have a space to host it in time, which sucks, because I agree it would have been so much easier. While I love it here in Liverpool, and I'm so glad that we did get it, and it's amazing, it's right on my doorstep, it would have been a lot easier for international fans to get to Manchester, because I appreciate Liverpool is really out there. Like, we used to be able to fly to like Bergen. They cancelled flights to Bergen. Used to be able to fly to Tirana from Albania. You can't get there anymore from Liverpool. So it isn't the easiest, but they did have a really cool campaign. And I hope that we get another Northern Eurovision in the UK soon. Because yeah, Manchester would be really, really cool.
Okay, dude.
I feel like I need to just put in a plug here for all my friends in Glasgow. Come on, another great UK city to host.
Well, I think Glasgow was there. I mean, I'll tell you, Verna, aka my mother, Verna was like, if Eurovision, so, and backstory, my mom was like heavy for Sam Ryder. My mom was like in the trenches, like, I want that man to win Eurovision. And at the time, I was like, Mom, I think Ukraine is winning. And I was like, and if it's not going to be Ukraine, it's going to be Chanel. And my mom was like, yeah, love, love, love. Anyway, my man, Sam Ryder, with the long blonde hair, looking like Jesus. It's like, come on, can you just give me my Jesus Christ Superstar moment? At Eurovision, I'm trying to be there for that. That was her, okay? That was where my mother was living. And here we are. I think if the UK wins, I do think we'll be in Glasgow. But we might also have a scenario where the UK might have to come in on the red cape and say, we're going to rescue you. And if the UK has to host again, I don't want to go to London. I've been there before. It was cute. I don't want to go. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back again. And I would hope that it would be Manchester, because the Airbnbs that I saved in Manchester, I mean, these were banner Airbnb locations. I mean, just beautiful, you know, blankets and couches and things like that. All right, let's move on. Okay, so question for the group. How do you see the UK doing with the televote, assuming Ollie's vocals are good? I'm going to defer. Kostis and Maria. Okay, what do you have for us?
You're going to go first?
Okay.
So, go.
Well, so the show in itself is like out of this world. Never seen anything like it on the Eurovision stage before. So that is like a new era in this competition, I think. But the vocals were so good when we saw it live.
Now hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Y'all, the vocals were not bad. What is wrong with y'all? Hold on. What is wrong with y'all? And not y'all. I'm talking to the people out in the streets that aren't even commenting on the stream. I've been long in these Eurovision streets, and I do think people have come to a level where they respect my opinion on the vocals. Them vocals were fine, and people were talking about it as if he was up there. I mean, I'm like, I don't, because my pitch is so good. I don't even know if I could, reenact what I think people were thinking they were hearing. But let me try. So if the song is dizzy for, so it would have had to have been dizzy for. I don't even know what y'all were thinking you were hearing. Now, the only bone I will give you is Ollie was doing a whole bunch of runs in the first and second verse that we didn't need. Hold them runs up to the bridge and the climax of the song. We didn't need to do all that. It was a lot of runs that we didn't need. But the vocal was not bad, and people were literally acting as if, as if he just walked up to, the graveside of Queen Elizabeth and smacked her in the face. I was just like, these vocals were not bad. What are we doing here? And let me just say, Oliver, are like home UK representative. I literally sat here on my channel and like got weepy over the death of Queen Elizabeth. And I'm like, I'm American. What was that? All right. So Maria, continue. Preach on these people.
Yeah, well, so the show in itself is super great. I think people will be extremely impressed. Personally, I do not like this song so much. Never didn't get it. But I don't think the UK music scene and the Scandinavian music scene has that much in common. So I think the reason why I don't vibe with it is because it feels very UK and very foreign to me. So I don't like the song. Sorry.
And as a UK resident, I will say that I really, really like the song, and I get it. I know the sound, I hear it everywhere, this kind of sound.
The bells?
No, this kind of sound. And yes, I agree on the staging. And I agree with you, Alicia, on the vocals. They're fine.
Yeah.
I think people have expectations because they're like, he's an internationally acclaimed pop star, and I don't know what they're waiting. Have you heard Harry Styles in his live shows? He's all right. That's
I think
it depends on what kind of star you are. Ollie is a very good pop star, and his vocals are fine.
Yeah.
I just want to add, because I did initially think these vocals aren't amazing. I think he can do better, and I didn't think the vocals were stellar. But then it was brought to my attention that he lost his mic pack, and he was holding his mic pack. And for him to continue that performance and do what he did, that's like proper showmanship. That's professionalism. So I completely will retract that comment, and I'm excited to see what he can do with it all geared up properly. So yeah, his pack threw off, so it fell him off. His pack fell off, so it threw him off. Absolutely, but you couldn't even tell that it fell off. So yeah, he did really well, and I'm excited to see him do it. I think in its full glory. We're yet to see the best, I feel.
All right. Well, some of y'all are tuning in and you're just kind of like, why is this like group of people coming together to do anything? And so I'm going to throw it to Oliver just to give y'all a little pitch of like, what even brought us together in the first place?
Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. So we know that the Eurovision bubble and everything surrounding it is a little bit cloudy right now. Everything that is happening on the ground in Gaza, and there are hundreds of thousands, millions of Palestinian people in crisis, and we feel like we want to do something. So individually, we might not be able to do a lot from our studio setups on the ground in Malmö, wherever we are, but when we come together, we can put something together. So Alicia, I mean, you have spearheaded this, so huge props to you, but we have set up this ESCfans.giving link. So you can head to that URL and donate to one of the charities that we have chosen who are providing direct support to people on the ground in Palestine. That's medical aid, things like sanitary supplies that people urgently need. And yeah, it's just our way of helping out amidst the backdrop of what is going on right now. This isn't a situation that anybody wants to be in. Of course it's not, but everybody deserves peace, everybody deserves safety, and we can only do our bit. So please, if you have the funds to do so, and especially if you're picking up the phone and voting for any country tonight, I encourage you to, at the same time, donate. Match that vote with a donation. So you can do it through YouTube right here or here, whichever way we are. Or once again, go to that link. So it's ESCfans.giving. And yeah, we'll all be tweeting it throughout the night. I know I will throughout the show as well. So please give what you can.
Thank you so much, Oliver. You said that way more articulate than I ever could. And in this moment, because we are prepping for a show to happen, but I want to quiz the folks that we have here. And if any of you on here have the answer, let's see. Because, I'm the American in this space. So I'm used to being in these spaces and kind of going, I've got to prove myself. Because everyone wants to beat me up. They're like, what are you even doing here? I watched the show today and the people are like, who are you? what are you even doing here? And then the question was, how many Eurovisions have you been to? I was like, how many Eurovisions have you been to? Okay, so we're gonna do a quick, like, whose song is this? All right, and I'm gonna share the lyric, and I don't know, y'all in the comments, y'all are gonna win. You're gonna win. None of y'all are gonna get it. I'm fully believing all of y'all in the comments are gonna give, and then after that we'll hop back. We'll hop back into the comments. But okay, I'm gonna do this. I will survive. Okay, learn how to stay alive. Come and throw your flames, because it's all in vain. Whose song is that? And we're doing Eurovision this year. Okay, I will survive.
Is this a song that is in English? This isn't Novimpia badly translated.
We're not doing badly translated. Okay. Oliver, this is in English, and y'all already lost. Because username, one of my favorites, was like Albania. Yes, that is Bessa's song. And let me tell you, Bessa thinks she is doing it. Okay, honey? Bessa thinks she is doing it from the top to the bottom this year. All right, I'm going to do the next one. Okay. Maybe we should leave this. Because what would be the use of crashing into you? We could end up in pieces. Whose song is that?
Hera Bjork. It's Queen Hera Bjork.
Come on, the queen from Iceland, Hera Bjork. Yes, Scared of Heights.
Oh, woo!
Ooh.
Should have
Okay.
Eurovision 2010. Icon.
The icon, the legend. Okay, I've got some other lyrics for you. Okay. Cherry on top, you're the cinnamon. Uh-oh. Oh, we already got it. Ooh. Cause a bad song. Y'all, I might shed a tear if my girl doesn't make it tonight. Cause she is serving, dipping, doing. And if she was representing another country, I think she would make it through. Okay, that's me talking shit. All right, next up, the next lyric. Okay, are y'all ready? Her love, it's dangerous. And, I know it. It's venomous.
It's Marcus and Martinez.
And
it's unforgettable.
Is it unforgettable? Her love is dangerous and I know it. It's dangerous and I know it. Y'all are getting it in these comments. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, y'all, we have a really, really special opportunity right now because we have a very special performance that we're going to bring to you here on this stream. And then we're going to hop back into the comments. But I want to thank everyone who tuned in right now. We're not really ending yet. But if you haven't already, please donate now. ESCfans.giving. We've got 3 amazing charities that have been on the ground, really supporting folks. And so if you haven't already, please give. But without further ado, I'm going to just roll that funky tape.
Imagine there is no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only skies. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine there's no checkpoints. Now wouldn't that be cool? No need for permits or visas. And to hell with the wall too. Imagine all the people living their lives free. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us. Whoa, and the world will live as one. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And I hope that someday you're gonna join us, and the world will be as one. And the world will be as one.
Oh my goodness. That was really beautiful. I'm like, don't be doing that to me. Because y'all know I'd be sitting here in this chair. Well, not this chair all the time, this proverbial chair. And like crying in front of people. And I don't like it. I don't like it. This year at Eurovision is really an interesting year, and we all really wanted to come together and make sure that we were being thoughtful of the platforms that we have and being thoughtful about what we can do in the space that we have, because ultimately none of us is on the board of the EBU. We can't control a lot of the things that they do. And me, from personal experience, I'm an American, and so there's a little level of like, I'm just a guest in the space, and that doesn't mean anything less, but there are certain things that we can all do from the various positions with which we sit. And so in this moment, I just think if you haven't already, please go to ESCfans.giving and just take a moment. We've given brief discussions, so even if you don't like one charity, you might like another, but if you look at all of them, they're all doing amazing work already on the ground and already have a track record of doing so. It's not like we're playing intermediary here. We're just creating a hub that folks can visit and easily, directly visit some of these sites and give. And so with that, I just want to thank my whole entire panel that has sat up here today and talked about Eurovision. And as we come to a close, and we know the Eurovision 2024 season is not over yet, but I want to ask folks who have been sitting here, what's been your favorite Eurovision 2024 moment so far?
I will put in words what they are saying, because in case someone doesn't understand, Bambi Thug.
No doubt. No doubt.
Crown the Witch, honestly, so good. And that performance made me cry, like made me teary. And I don't even like the song that much. When it was first selected, I was like, I don't know about this. It's not something I would always listen to. But Bambi, I have such an admiration for, and I think they're an incredible performer. This is one of the best Eurovision performances we've seen in years, and Sweden, watch out. It's going to be 8-7. Honestly, I could see it happening, and I'm so excited. It's like the most excited I've ever been for Ireland. Simply, Crown the Witch. Crown the Witch.
Do that. Like when I was in the arena watching them on stage, that's the best concert experience I ever had. And my body seriously was in shock through the rest of the day and adrenaline. It was just like, what did I just witness? Like, I can't make sense of this. I'm just ecstatic. I was euphoric. I never had that experience in my body before. That says a lot.
It does.
For me, the best experience has been watching Europapa live on stage. And Alicia, like you, I am American. I am living in Europe. So hearing what Jost has to say at the very end, it has made me cry every single time as an American and as an immigrant and as a Euro fan. It just made me feel welcome and loved. And that is why I absolutely love his song.
Well, I have to say thank you to all of you for taking the time and joining this stream today and having conversations with me. I don't know why I just got emotional, but like I totally did. I just think I just want to thank all of y'all for coming together, because just knowing the fact that we're all ready to use our platforms in the various ways that we built it to actually give. And so if you haven't already, I mean, truly, if you haven't already, please do donate and give. We can all make sure that Eurovision really is focused on the community and not the brand, because I've always seen Eurovision itself as a community. The EBU is a brand. It is a corporation. It is a business. But to me, Eurovision has always been a community. So thank you so much. And let's get excited for Eurovision 2024. The semifinal is going to happen soon. I'm excited.